All right, Greg, what do you think about this one? Can items drop off either the product backlog or the sprint backlog? What do you think?
I have like the snarky answer of like, well, if they fall off, they fall off. What are you going to do about it?
Right.
But I think what you're saying is is it okay to intentionally remove something from the product backlog or the sprint backlog? And I'm going to say very simply, yeah. But again, context matters here. If there's something that's not relevant to what we are doing in the product, or let's say it's just no longer a relevant task or issue altogether, what would be the purpose of keeping something that has no point being there? I'd like to think of it as a useless piece of furniture. And if somebody had been stashing something in a room that I now want to use, do I just keep that there because that's where it originally was? No.
But I
I'm
love
going to
the
find a
old
new
couch.
location for it. Well,
That old couch is so comfy, Greg.
but that spring is going to get you, man. It's a little old and rusty. No, you're right. And there's an attachment for some people saying, but that idea will be lost forever if I don't keep it in there. You know what? Just take it out. Find another place. Either it's your own little special place for ideas that go to die or live someday. Who knows? But to get it out of your product backlog. You're not going to have any benefit by keeping it there, cluttering it up. Sprint backlogs are a bit different, and I'm guessing you might have an opinion on that. You want to have a go at it?
Okay. Yeah, I have fought the good fight against what I think is a myth that once we create a sprint backlog at sprint planning, man, that thing is set in stone and we shall not change it. We've committed to these items. That's not the intent. That was never the intent. The commitment is the sprint goal. And the items on your sprint backlog are a forecast. It's your best guess of how you're going to achieve your sprint goal. And it may include some things that aren't related to your sprint goal that you think you also have capacity or ability to do this sprint. It may be things that what you think are needed to achieve your sprint goal. And those things can flex. Maybe we need to take on some unplanned work. Can we do that without affecting the sprint goal or without jeopardizing it? If so, let's add to it. But this question is about removing things. And I think I tell this story in my class. What if you're halfway through the sprint and you realize you're like Jason at a barbecue? You've put way more on your plate than you can possibly handle. You need to hold that sprint goal sacrosanct and see if there are some things we can jettison from our sprint backlog while still being able to achieve our sprint goal. So I think that's completely fine to do. Neither of these sprint goals are meant to be set in stone. There's no chisels in Scrum. Nothing is set in stone. Things are adaptable. We commit to the goals, but our backlogs can change. And I will say, circling back to the product backlog, maybe this is enabling digital hoarder syndrome, but a lot of electronic backlog tools do have like an archive feature. So if you just can't let go of that product backlog item because what if I need it someday, just archive that puppy. And then if you need to bring it back, you can bring it back someday down the road.
All right, that's cool. By the way, tip for people, purge stuff that's been in there too long. You won't regret it. I have a friend that made the comment, product backlogs need to be treated like milk, not wine. You want it fresh. It doesn't age well.
Heck yeah. Hey, thanks for watching that video. Did you like what you heard? If so, you're going to love our Scrum classes. See, not only do we talk about these ideas on YouTube, we're also professional Scrum trainers, and we'd love to have you in one of our classes. So if you need to level up as a Scrum Master or a product owner, maybe you need to learn how to scale Scrum or combine Kanban or UX with Scrum, click the link in our description and you'll find a list of our upcoming classes.
If this is your first time to our channel and you're interested in growing in your agility and understanding things like Scrum and other agile topics, then be sure to get started by subscribing right now and hit that alert button. I don't want you to miss the thing.